Salut à toutes et à tous, j'espère que vous allez bien. Je m'appelle Aditi, bienvenue à notre chaîne YouTube. Dans le précédent épisode, je vous ai donné quelques mots de vocabulaire pour apprendre. Aujourd'hui, dans cette émission, on va utiliser ces mots et aussi on va apprendre les articles définis. Est-ce que vous êtes prêts? Hello to all, I hope you all are good. My name is Aditi, welcome to our YouTube channel. In the previous episode, I gave you some words of vocabulary to learn. Today, in this episode, we are going to use those words and also we are going to learn the definite articles. Are you ready? But before starting, if you are new to this channel, please press subscribe button and this bell icon too to get further notifications from our channel. Okay students, so now we are going to move onwards, but before starting, as I mentioned earlier as well, that I gave you some vocabulary to learn, so it is must to learn those words. And if you have not gone through those words, just visit the previous episode. I will give the link in the description and try to learn them. Alright, but if you have not learned them for the time being, you can look side by side for that. Alright, so the topic is qu'est-ce que c'est, which means what is that in English. Alright, for example, if there is some object placed or something is there and I point it out and say, what is that? You will say, ma'am, this is a chair, right? So in the same way, if I say in French, qu'est-ce que c'est? So you will reply, madame, c'est une chaise. Alright, so if you have learned the vocabulary that I mentioned in the previous lecture, then you might be familiar to this word, that is une chaise, which means chair. Alright, so chaise is chair and une is indefinite article. Alright, so what will you say? Madame, c'est une chaise. So this say basically means that is or this is. Okay, so how you have to write it? C apostrophe E S T, that is say une chaise. So now here I am connecting this T and U. Alright, and it is forming c'est une chaise. In French, usually everything is connected. Alright, so they speak all the things in a single flow. Alright, so what will you say? Madame, c'est une chaise. Alright, moving on. So if I pointed out here and said, qu'est-ce que c'est? So you will reply accordingly and say, madame, c'est une, this is what? Table. And what is table called in French? Table. C'est une table. Right? So again this indefinite articles came along with the noun. Alright? So you will say c'est une table. Okay? And then I pointed out to the next object and asked you that qu'est-ce que c'est? And you will reply, madame, c'est une. So what is this? This is a ruler. And what is ruler called in French? Une règle. Alright, so here also une will come. Une. And what are the spellings of règle? R E accent grave G L E. Okay, then I again pointed out and said qu'est-ce que c'est? Alright, so what is this? This is a pencil basically, and you will say madame. And what is the pencil called in French? It is called a crayon. And you will say madame, c'est un crayon. Alright, so accordingly indefinite articles changed. Alright, Here it was une règle, and here it becomes un crayon. So you have to learn them as they are, alright, and the answer comes automatically. So when I pointed out at this and said, qu'est-ce que c'est? You replied, Madame, c'est un crayon. Alright, moving on. So what is the fifth object? I have drawn a pencil kit over here. So when I asked you, qu'est-ce que c'est? You will reply, Madame, c'est une trousse. Okay, because pencil kit is called une trousse. Alright. And when I pointed towards the sixth object and asked, qu'est-ce que c'est? You reply, Madame, c'est what? You know this word? Yes, this is a flag. And what is flag called in French? That is drapeau. Okay, un drapeau. So your reply would be, Madame, c'est un drapeau. Okay, what are the spellings of drapeau? D-R-A-P-E-A-U. Alright. And the last one is, this is a notebook. And what is notebook called in French? That is cahier. So when I asked, qu'est-ce que c'est? You will reply, Madame, c'est un cahier. Okay. So basically, this indefinite articles come along with the noun and is pronounced in the flow. Alright, so this is collectively pronounced as c'est un. Okay, c'est un cahier. Okay students, so this was the topic, that is qu'est-ce que c'est. I hope you got it. It is not that difficult, but it's just that it will take some time to get on your tongue. Alright, so now we are going to move towards the next topic, which is definite articles, and that is called les articles définis in French. So students, what is definite articles or les articles définis? I will tell you. As we use a and the in English, same is the case with the French, as I mentioned earlier, in indefinite articles as well. So what is the difference between the definite articles and indefinite articles? So when a thing is not certain and you are talking about a random thing, for example, you said that is a girl. So a girl here refers to the thing that is random. You are randomly talking about a girl. Alright. And second thing is, for example, you are talking about some person. For example, you take an example such as, I am talking to Rima. Alright. She is the girl with whom I go to the school daily. So here you used the girl. So what is the difference between a and the? That when you are referring to a certain person, you are referring to a definite person or definite thing, you used the. Same is the case with the les articles définis in French. You use them when you are pointing towards something definite. Alright. And in French, this the has been written in 4 types. So let's have a look. So this definite articles are divided into 4 types. Number 1 is le. So this le means the basically, which is used for masculine things. So as I mentioned earlier is in my episodes as well, that everything in French has been divided into genders, that is masculin and feminin. Alright, for masculine things we used le. For feminine things, we use la. For anything that comes with a vowel, that starts with a vowel, we use l apostrophe. Alright, so here it doesn't matter that the thing is masculine or feminine. If that thing starts with a vowel, then l apostrophe will be used. Alright, same is the case with the lay. How is it pronounced? Lay. Alright, so this lay is used with plural things. be it masculine plurial or feminine plurial, les will be used irrespective of the gender. Alright, so now we are going to move towards the example so that you get to know these things clearly. Students, one thing you have to keep in mind is that you have to learn these words simultaneously. That is, you will learn them side by side. Alright, so these are basically a new vocabulary also for you. So what you will do, along with learning this lesson, you will also learn the words. Alright, so number one is le travail. How is it pronounced? Le travail. Alright, and this travail is basically masculine, so that is why I used le. Alright, and what does travail means in French? That is the work. Alright, so what work you do? You will say le travail. Alright, next is les boulots. Les boulots, which means the jobs. So as jobs is plural, so here accordingly les comes. Alright, next is les voisins. Les voisins, so here les is used. That means something in plural, which is what this S indicates, and voisin means neighbors. Alright, moving on. Number 4 is l'argent. Please focus on the pronunciation too. What is this called? L'argent. So this l'argent means money. Alright, next is la voiture. Alright, so this is something which is feminine, so that is why I used la and not the le. Alright, and voiture is car. Alright, and this car is feminine in French, so you will use la and it becomes la voiture. Alright, moving on. Number 6 is la campagne. Alright, so what is the pronunciation? La campagne, which means countryside. Alright, so this is something in feminine, so used la. Alright, next is les champs. Les champs, so this is fields. Alright, where the peasants grow their crops, that is known as fields, and that is something in plural, so you used les champs. Alright, so let's move onward to further examples. Next is fromage. What is the pronunciation? Fromage. Le fromage. So fromage is basically cheese, and this is something masculine, so we used le. So one thing here that I want to tell you is that in France, people are very much fond of eating cheese, and there are different kinds of cheese available there in the market. So accordingly, this is a very important thing for French people. So what is basically cheese called? It is known as fromage, and it is masculine, so accordingly le is used. Alright, next is le drapeau tricolore. Okay, so what is this le drapeau tricolore? This is tricolor flag, and this tricolor flag is basically of France, that is red, white and blue. Alright, so this drapeau is basically something masculine, so we used le over here. And the next thing is le parfum. So please focus on the pronunciation. This is not perfume, this is le parfum, and this is the perfume in English. Alright, so this is masculine, so accordingly I used le, and the pronunciation here is parfum. Alright, next is la tour Eiffel. This is Eiffel Tower. So this Eiffel Tower is feminine, and accordingly la is used over here. Alright, so the definite articles are very important even for the monuments. Alright, so la is used over here and it becomes la tour Eiffel, that is the Eiffel Tower. Okay, next is number 12, l'école. So how it is written, this is L apostrophe E accent aigu COLE. Alright, so this is the school. Alright, so as E is a vowel, so accordingly L apostrophe is used over here. Right, next is le français. So this is what we are learning, that is the French. Alright, so this is masculine and accordingly le is used. Alright, so I hope that this word is clear to you and this thing is not new to you, because I have told in my previous episodes as well, and I can tell you here as well. This is called sedai. Alright, this is basically a small S below the C and that produces a sound like so. Alright, so here it becomes le français. Next is l'horloge. What is this? L'horloge. So in French, one thing there is to be noticed, that H is usually not pronounced and the next word, next alphabet along with the H is pronounced. So here what would be this pronunciation? The answer would be l'horloge. Alright, so what is this l'horloge? That is actually the wall clock. Alright, next word is le jardin. How is it pronounced? Le jardin. Alright, so what is this jardin? That is actually the garden, and garden is masculine, accordingly le is used. Right, so one thing here I want to clear is that when you are referring to the indefinite articles, you can accordingly use a and un. Right, so I will also mention in description the link of the indefinite articles. In indefinite articles I explained that for feminine we use un and for masculine we use a. Right, so accordingly this le and la would change. Right, so moving on to the next is la maison. So what is maison? Maison is your house in French. Alright, so this is feminine, accordingly la is used. Alright, next is les papillons. What is the pronunciation? This is papillon. So always this double L is not pronounced and the pronunciation is papillon. Alright, so S is used here. This is something in plural, so les is used over here. And what is les papillons? That is the butterflies. Alright, next is la robe. La robe. So what is this robe? That is actually the dress. Right, so whatever dress you wear, for example it is the dress for women or girls or for men even, then it is known as la robe. Alright, next is les yeux. So what is this? That is actually eyes. Right, so how it is pronounced? That is les yeux. Alright, so I will tell you that what is this. In English there are 5 vowels, that is A, E, I, O, U. Alright, I can write it over here. The vowels are A, E, I, O and U. Alright, but in French there are not 5 vowels, there are 6 vowels. So which one is the 6th vowel? That is this Y. Right, this is called Y in French and this is also a vowel. Right, so accordingly here this S will get connected to the vowel. Alright, so as I mentioned earlier as well, that this last consonant will link to the next vowel alright, and will produce the collective sound. The collective sound produced is laser yo. Repeat after me, laser yo. Okay, so this is the case with lay, and the last word is l'éléphant. Right, so what is that? As the name signifies, this is elephant. And what is the spelling? That is L apostrophe E accent aigu, L E accent aigu, PHANT, l'éléphant. What is the pronunciation? That is l'éléphant. Okay, so this was the topic, les articles définis, that is definite articles. So this is something that actually counts towards your vocabulary as well. So I'm going to repeat it for once. Number one is le travail, that is work, le boulot, that is job, les voisins, that is neighbors, l'argent, that is money, la voiture, that is car, la campagne, that is countryside, les champs, that is fields. And the next is le fromage, that is cheese, le drapeau tricolore, that is the tricolor flag, that is of the France. Next is le parfum, that is perfume. Next is la tour Eiffel, that is the Eiffel Tower, l'école, school, le français, that is French, l'horloge, that is the wall clock, le jardin, that is garden, la maison, that is house, les papillons, that is butterflies, la robe, that is dress, les yeux, that is eyes, and l'éléphant, that is actually the elephant. Okay students, that is it with the today's topic, that is les articles définis. I will come up with the next topic in the next episode. Till then, stay tuned to our channel and press like button if you liked my video. Also press subscribe button and bell icon if you have not done it yet. And thank you so much. Au revoir.